Hey, welcome to this Ultimate Admiral Dreadnoughts gameplay video. If you love the era of naval warfare when castles of steel ruled the waves, then don't miss a minute of what's coming up. Hey, welcome. It's time to play some Ultimate Admiral Dreadnoughts. Well, today we're going to do another viewer choice, a Soviet cruiser, Maxim Gorky. It's kind of a subclass of the Kirov class, as best I can tell from the little reading I've done today. And the viewer suggestion was to take a couple of them to protect the convoy against some German light cruisers. So we're going to whack that out here this morning and see how it works out. And wouldn't you know, my nose is itching again today. We're going to go ahead and do it. We're going to set this up. It looks something, oops, like this. And we're going to step these on up to here, and we're going to, yeah, we'll leave it like that. And a couple of heavy cruisers. And let's give us about a half dozen transports. No. And quite honestly, I think 4 light cruisers are likely to tear these guys up because they're going to just torpedo them to shreds. But we shall see. So we're all set up. We're going to, I guess 12,000 meters is, let's open that up to 16,000 meters just for fun. I don't know why. It's just something to do. And we're going to go get her designed. But before we do, you know the drill. If you're enjoying these videos, then please consider subscribing, liking, sharing, and commenting. That's the deal. See, I do the videos and you do those things and the channel thrives, right? Feeds the algorithm. And finally, if you'd like to see me a little more awake than I am this morning, and I am a little bit dopey because I've only had 1 cup of coffee, you could buy me a cup of coffee. There's a link in the description. Okay, I'm looking all around my work area here. I've got all this stuff on this side ready to go. I've got this stuff in front of me ready to go. The video seems to be working. Let's strike while the iron is hot. Get her designed and get after it. Back in just a moment. Okay, here we go. She's a bit oversized, and I had to do a lot of compromises to even keep her under control. It's a lot I don't know. And there's some things about the shipyard that won't let me get the correct belt armor, stuff like that. So let's just go over that real fast. She was quick, 37 knots, just this much under 30 knots in trials. Range medium, I don't know, just gonna leave it alone. It doesn't matter. It's of no consequence here. Bulkhead standard, geared turbines, oil fueled, forced boilers to get some engine efficiency. Auxiliary engine 3. What do I know? It's a guess. Shaft 1. They were single rudder. So, the maneuverability suffered. So we're not going to give them the big, which is going to be really dangerous against torpedoes, but there you go. The best Krupp armor, not because I think they had it, but because it's the only way to keep this thing under weight without stretching her and making it even crazier. Standard barbettes, anti-torpedo, double hull, reinforced. All this is wild guesses. High TNT explosives beats me. She did have electrical turrets. I guess it'll enhance reloading. She did have 21-inch torpedoes, range finders, some hydrophones, some radio direction finding, and Gen 1 radar, although they did not get radar till 1944. We're going to be playing against very modern AI-built guys who have satellites and GPS and everything else. So try to give her a chance here. Now, 2.8 inches of armor is the correct number, I believe, for her belt, but you can't do that. Watch, 2.8. No, it wants 4. So she's going to be up armored, and her belt extended will be the same as what her belt ought to be. What are you going to do? The original Kirovs were so lightly armored that it appears that destroyers could tear them up. So she comes out ahead and ahistorical. 2-inch deck, deck extended. I just left the default. 6-inch conning tower is about right. I think this is right too at 2.8 inches. As is my habit, when I don't know the turret top, I make it the same as the deck, and I just step the secondaries down to something reasonable. Let's see. She probably had some smaller guns that I'm not including. Let's take a quick look over here. Yeah, they had 9, say 2-inch. Well, let's see. I wonder if we can get some 2-inch guns. I guess we could. We could put them up in the fighting tops. I find that fascinating. Yeah, there's places for them where they won't fit. I think a 2-inch gun obsession here is kind of silly. We're going to leave it alone. And 8 4-inch guns, and those silly 2-inch guns that just don't matter. 99.3% engine efficiency. I could probably get it up to 100 if I could wedge this larger funnel in here, but I don't think it'll work. And there you go. It's the best I could do in a hurry on a Monday morning. So what do you say we launch her and just go see what happens? I can't wait for the campaign. It solves a lot of problems. And well, look at this. Isn't this delightful? We're on the wrong side of the transports. And I'll tell you something right now. Getting through these transports is not going to be fun. And once again, I'm getting interfaced. Okay, and like I said, interfaced. Oh, Lord. Let's see if we can make it work. I tell you, that would be some exciting ship handling. Screaming through. We are going to... The transports are going to get torpedoed to shreds. And for that matter, so might we. Well, it's not like they have a shortage of guns. For God's sakes, there's 15 guns. And 2 quintuple torpedo tubes. Yeah, this is going to be silly. Yeah, it's going to be silly. Let's go. We're going to have to really watch ourselves here, or hope that these 7-inch guns really put some holes. The transports are already getting hammered. Are these guys just going to dance out here? I don't know. I know one thing. When the torpedoes start coming down, it's going to get exciting. In fact, I'm going to go ahead and switch to aggressive torpedoes, not because I expect any good to come of that, but because, well, at least no hits, because I just want to get some in the water and make those guys dance. Oh, look, we got a little tiny hit. All right, there go the first torpedoes. Oh, we got a good hit there, flooding. One cannot complain about that. Well, I suppose I could, but it wouldn't do me any good. Ooh, she's taking a heck of a hit. All right, let's see if we can get these torpedoes rolling. She doesn't seem to want to put any in the water. She's hurt, but not. It's not the end of the world for her. And I'm just curious. It's a really gray, ugly day, so we're not going to get kind of beautiful screenshots that I really love. And all that smoke. There we go. There we go. Oh, yeah. And once again, I got a selection problem. It's 11. And she's taking a good smack. Alright, she's got her torpedoes away. It's time to start behaving like we believe there are torpedoes coming. And you can just bet there are. In fact, we may be turning back into them for the ones that are heading for the transports. But we're going to try to get back here to guard transports as best we can. Turn this, slow it down a little bit. I'm losing control. Wow, look at her. She's recovered. That's unfortunate. Alright, we're going to leave these guys alone for right now. Turn up the speed a little bit. In fact, turn up the speed a lot. Well, let's just go ahead and set them back. There's a nice hit over there. Whoa, we got a torpedo hit. Well, that was surprising. That just doesn't happen very often in these kinds of fights. I am impressed. Okay, alright. You there, you there. These transports are acting stupid. We got one of them. We're going to proceed on this course for just a short time and then probably circle back around again. Again, trying to avoid... What are we fighting? Do we know yet? Yes, we do. Schwalbe, 6-inch. They are not terribly heavily armored, but they're not a lot less armored than we are. Lots of 6-inch guns that don't seem to be swinging real hard, but wow, do they have torpedoes. So that's going to be the exciting part here. Alright, a little bit longer, a little bit further. Try to pound. Try to pound one of these guys into submission. And once again, I start getting the itch. The itch to photograph. Oh, it's dark. Every time I set it up right. I can play with how dark it is in Photoshop, I suppose. There we go. Alright, we're going to have torpedoes very soon. Time to turn. Tell you what, for having such a crummy shaft, they still dance. None of these guys have taken any real serious damage. Schwalbe's been hit. And 0.4% chance to hit the maneuvering's killing me. Well, we still have all our transports. And that look away could get me killed as I don't see the torpedoes that are coming. Alright, are we getting... Yeah, we're getting our own cruise speed bennies right now. Still is not too good. You shoot there. With any luck, we'll be playing the torpedo game here shortly. Right, she's already got her torpedoes reloaded, but she's really... Alright, she just put some torpedoes in the water. She can't get the lead she wants on that guy. Will it help if I let you shoot at that guy? Are these guys just dancing? Yeah, they're doing the... They're doing the destroyer dance. And I'm just switching up like mad, which is raising hell with my accuracy. At least on both of them. But I am trying to get those torpedoes out there, and they don't seem to want to play. Alright. We're going to need to maneuver anyway. So let's see. Oh, Lord. Up. That is so pretty. That is so pretty, even for dark. That's not the best screen I've ever seen. I really need to quit paying attention to that, start paying attention to what I'm doing here. I've been switching up my... fire so much. Okay, let's see if you just get happy on that guy for a few minutes. I don't see our torpedoes. I think that other torpedo hit was a freakishly lucky. Oh, nice hit. Nice, two nice hits. A freakishly lucky hit. We're really going to... she's put torpedoes in the water. They won't hit. They're assuming that she's going to... I don't know. With us going this way, maybe they'll rush the transports like that. Alright. Time to come about. Just because... Because if we don't, they'll torpedo us. That's why. Because if we don't, they will torpedo us. Even if we do, they might. It's kind of interesting to have a cruise speed, a full speed of 32 knots. Let's back them down just a little bit. Alright, that's just right. Trying to grab a fraction of a percent accuracy here. Boy, we are just not exactly brutalizing those guys. If it wasn't for those torpedo hits, we'd have nothing going. And they, instead of doing what they need to do, which is charge the transports, they are doing a torpedo defensive little whatever you want to call it, little dance. Speed her up a little bit. Oh, look, we got a hit. She has taken handful of hits. Look, we are just outside of their torpedo range. Well, it depends on which one. So let's... That's why we haven't been tortured by torpedoes. Is that we're managing to stay at the edge of their effective range. All right. Excuse me. Still got the chronic cough. Yeah, it's fun. Well, I don't know what to make of this. They seem to be armored enough that these 6-inch guns, one, they're not having a great time hitting us. 7-inch guns, if they connect, seem to be effective, but those girls with all the torpedoes they have really need to be focusing on getting in here and getting those torpedoes in the water. If they did that, I think they'd have us. If I was playing them, it'd just been make smoke and charge. I'd have treated them like gigantic destroyers. But that's just me. Boy, to really deal with these guys, we're going to have to close the torpedo range. If we close the torpedo range, we're going to get slaughtered. Meanwhile, our transports are actually being about half smart and running away, which is one of the... I read something about them trying to smarten up the transports. I know, I'm switching fire a bunch, aren't I? Alright, that sent a bunch of torpedoes whizzing off, which was the point of changing her target, was to try to get torpedoes in the water. Now, this girl may be reluctant to put torpedoes in the water because of her. Really want to slow her down. I'm trying to get her to draw ahead. And for that matter, close this up a bit because we are well outside of torpedo range. Well, this isn't exactly a screaming wild fight, is it? Alright, I need to pause this for just a minute. Okay, phone call dealt with. Game off pause. It's amazing. Family just doesn't go away when you're building videos. It's like, you know, what were they thinking? Yeah, you just want to tell your family, don't you know I'm busy? I'm building videos? How important is it for you to know what your medicine is? Boy, some people. All right. Oh, more torpedoes in the water. Alright, 32 knots there. 32, 30, 30 knots. Let's let her... I want her to catch up, but I don't want her to run up on top of her just yet. All right, now we've got kind of a there. Now we're almost in a formation, almost, and we've got some decent hit chances. Although so do they. Hopefully, the 7-inch guns will make the difference. What would be really nice. We got to watch out here. What would be really nice is if we got some torpedo hits. Speaking of which, let's see if we can find those bad boys. Yep, there's 3 of them right there. 1, 2, 3. I don't know if there's any more. There were more launched, but I don't know. That guy's kind of acting like he's dodging some, but I don't see them. So, all right, let's look at those torpedo ranges again. We are okay, back here. Torpedo range, torpedo range. Nope, we are almost. It's getting a little bit dangerous, so let's turn like that and try to take advantage of their short-range torpedoes while we continue to rain marginally effective 7-inch fire. Because it just doesn't seem to be impressing the heck out of them. I want you engage there. Let's do it switching up. 1 here, 1 there. Yep, we're just staying outside of torpedo range. How fast are these girls? They're not as fast as we are. Alright, now we've settled in. What we hope will be... I still don't see those torpedoes, so probably... No, there they are. Actually, may be a problem for Frauenlob if she doesn't see them. If she doesn't see them. But here's another opportunity for an awesome screenshot with her sister in the frame. If I can position it correctly. Now the light's better from here, but what the heck, the light's just not very good. Well, 2.9, 0.7. And guess who's maneuvering because of torpedoes? You know, that's not the way to do it, Schwalbe. That's why our hit chances have gone down. These guys are maneuvering wildly. But if she turns back this way, I've seen the AI do it before. Alright, they are maneuvering like mad. It means we can perhaps take advantage of that since their torpedo range is opening up. Yeah, unless Schwalbe turns back hard to starboard, those torpedoes don't have a chance. Nah, she's not going to. Well, sometimes you get lucky. Well, we are holding them off from the transports, which was the whole idea. Looks like she put torpedoes in the water just then. Good luck with that. That's not likely to do any good. Good thing we've got a lot of ammo. Although I really have to wonder, and this is something I know, so don't mistake what I'm about to say for some particular knowledge. But I wonder at this ammunition. Well, that's just a lot, 1,500. And this after shooting. So you know, I don't know. Could be the difference between what's in the magazine and what's ready ammunition for the guns. And we've got torpedoes whizzing away again. I need to close these guys, but it's just suicide. What we really need is for one of these 7-inchers to score a really effective hit. Alright, now they are... They are starting to get their act together. Yep, they're coming back. That means that torpedo range is about to be dangerous. So, well, we'll just keep bearing on with him. Try to get us back. %. Come on now. They just, as a general rule, these 7-inchers just haven't pounded them. Alright, we got to turn back away from that torpedo range. That was a nice little hit. Oh, we got some flooding on her. Nicely done. Alright, we still should have the speed we need. And I bet you there's torpedoes, right? Well, yeah, look. They saw them way over here. So now they're dancing. We're not going to be able to pull that off maybe one more time. We're just about... We don't have a lot of torpedoes left. But from the point of view of the transports, this has been quite effective. In fact, let's go ahead and come about big time. Since it looks like these guys have sorted that out. And we need to stand between them and... Oh, excuse me. The coughing is just nuts. Don't need them making a high-speed run on the transports that are over there somewhere. It's a very pretty game. Yes, it is a very pretty game. Now, just lay some wood on those boys. We just 5% chance. More torpedoes in the water. It's just hopeless. And here we go again with the phone call. Well, it's a busy day in Family Land. Alright, let's pick up the pace a little bit. Alright, we've still got this torpedo situation under control, but they're holding us off at range. Okay, we just pitched more torpedoes. They're holding us off at a range that's making it very difficult for us to get serious about smacking them. And we don't have, I mean, if we had 8-inch guns, it might be a different thing, but we don't seem to have the ability. Yeah, that's getting dangerous. We don't seem to have the ability to lay a real devastating hit on them with these 7-inchers. Yeah, we've hurt a couple of them, but all right, we'll just focus on her. She's the one that's got the torpedo range closing on us. There we go. There's a smack on her. And another one. Not particularly impressive, but better than nothing. And another one with flooding. Well, I'm for that. Ooh, she took a nasty hit. She's flooding. That's significant. That's a big deal if she doesn't pump it dry. And watching, it looks like she's struggling with that. She may be getting on top of it. We need to hit her again. She is getting on top of that flooding. And now it looks like she's decided to dance away. And yeah, she's got it under control. She may have some degree of permanent flooding there, but she's gotten it under control. Boy, tough, tough. Meanwhile, the transports are really running away. If I put a German heavy cruiser in here, we'd probably be whacked by now. We don't have the armor to stand up to 8-inchers, and I think there's a very good chance that we would have been seriously smacked. Those guys aren't 7-inch proof, but they are certainly 7-inch. They're well defended against them. We got a really good hit on her, but she was able to just mostly shrug it off. All right, let's come back around. Here we go again. Well, okay. I just can't stay off the phone. I apologize. I don't know how obvious it'll be except for me talking about it. But yeah, my phone is just ringing off the hook this morning. It's just great fun. All right, torpedo, torpedo. Right. We're going to close the range. And more torpedoes. Now she still has a few left. Not many, but she has a few left. Woo! Whoa, we got another hit when I wasn't looking. There it is right there. Stern belt extended. Yeah, that's rough. That's rough. I wonder how well she'll deal with that. Okay, only one way to find out, right? We got to watch this torpedo range is coming up on us real fast. Turn away. They're trying to put us in that range. Yep, they are trying real hard to get us to that. And we are going to continue to dance in such a way that we try to avoid that. Meanwhile, she has recovered nicely from that flotation damage. Nicely done, AI. Nicely done. Got some very modern ships there. They're taking a lot of damage. Alright, we're going to switch fire to her. Leave her, focus on the wounded one. We're going to switch. Right, torpedoes. We don't want that. Okay, well, you know, in this straight up fight, we're winning it. It's just taking a very long time. Alright. Switch to her. She's beat up and dancing out of the fight. Nicely done. That was a good hit. And she's got a little flooding. Well, the question is, can you stay out of their torpedo range? If so, then we can attrite them. And we've got lots of ammo. They don't seem to be effective. Your 6-inch guns don't seem to be doing the number, and we may have just cleaned her out. If she doesn't get it under control here shortly. She's trying very hard. She's trying very hard and maybe succeeding. Looks like she is. Yep. Wow. 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 It's just very difficult. It's very difficult to put them down. Look at that. She went down to almost flooding out. Go ahead, you go there. You keep shooting at that old girl. Here's the truth. We could run away from them. If we didn't have transports to cover, we could flee. We could leave. And they just could not keep up with us, especially with the damage they've got. Significant damage all around. Permanent flooding on 2 out of 3. Okay, not doing this right. I think we're even outside of 6-inch range on one of them. We're running our ammo down. No, it's getting... We have used a bunch of ammunition. Those guys are just not happy. But I don't know that we can put another one of these girls down without a torpedo hit. And I don't think we're going to get one of those. Alright, well they're beat up and flying away without a way. She's hurt. But since we can't get a truly tragic hit, you know, can't get a... We have not been able to, I should say. We have not been able to get a really dramatically damaging hit. And all the flooding damage we've done has mostly been overcome. So there's another hit. She's taken flooding damage, but that's not going to stick. Yeah, she's already... Well, I don't know. It's getting worse. But we've seen that before. We've seen it get very bad and then get very much better. Yeah, sticking right there at 58, 59%. We're hitting her. Man. And keep smacking her as she has recovered a bunch of that flooding. After steering would not be a good place to be right now on the Schwalbe. Something tells me you have to be able to drink water or just breathe water. Everybody can drink water. Breathing water, on the other hand, that's quite the skill. Come on. Well, all I can say is these 7-inch guns are not impressive. And I did that wrong again. I just want one click, one click, one click. Ouch! Right, they're opening the range. For some reason I can't get the... Well, they are. She's opening the range. Cone, on the other hand, is closing the range. Don't have much ammo left. I'm going to have to call this before too long. Meanwhile, the truth is, unless we can put these guys down, running out of ammo is starting to make it look like they could get away with running our transports down. The only thing that could possibly be going on is they don't know where the transports are now, and that they've actually escaped, which we could pretend. Yeah, this is a standoff. This is, we're hurting them, but these are very well designed. Lots of really good damage control. And they really stood up to this pounding. And except for that one really lucky torpedo hit, yeah, they've gotten back in formation. They've gotten serious about coming back at us. We're out of torpedo ammo. We're hurting her. I mean, we're down to less than 6. Well, we got 600, 700, 800 rounds maybe between the two guns here, which is just not gonna get. We're lucky we can't finish one of these guys with a lucky hit. She's flooding again. And we did. We got one of them. Alright, we'll take a chance and try closing up here a bit. Truth is, I think we could flee in real life. This force is spent. It's beat up. So are we, except from the point of view of not having ammunition, which, like I said, I don't know how realistic that is, but what do I know? And the transports have had a lot of time to get very far away and perhaps out of detection range. One would hope. Alright, time to turn away because there's torpedoes a-coming. Or at least there could be. Let's stick it in here, out here a little close, little while up close. Of course, that means they're hitting us harder too. Man. Yep, Gorky's taking a good hit, flooding. But that closing up has actually seemed to have been effective. Look at that. Perhaps I should have closed up some of that torpedo range before now. Yeah, I'm not liking any of that. Kind of looks like they may be trying to get away. Oh no, they're trying to bump into each other. Um, 362 rounds. She's down to 37 rounds. It's time for her to pick up the pace. She's down to silly ammunition. Alright, I cannot get them under control here. There we go. I'm about to cause a collision here because I can't get the clicks right. Five rounds left. They've launched torpedoes. It's time to leave. Pick up the pace. With any luck, we'll not see the torpedoes. Alright, we're out of 7-inch ammunition there. Now, with any luck, that radical maneuver took us out of their torpedo engagement. She's really hurt. She's not terribly hurt, but there's just not enough ammo left to hurt her badly. Engaging. She's not even engaging with 4-inch guns. Oh, flooding! Yeah, the truth is, we were just never going to pound all these guys to pieces with these guns. And I think the answer is to disengage, and we can pretend that the light cruisers can't find the transports, when in fact I suspect they can. Although, I don't know. But with 178 rounds left, these two cruisers in either excellent or fair shape. The Gorky's in fair shape. The Schwalbe is beat up. They're both reduced speeds. Heck, she's flooding. We're going to let her go. We're going to use our last bit of ammo. Going to save it up. And run this way. There's just not going to be any hurting her. Short of something really dramatic. With 158 rounds. And let her start shooting. There's a hit. One that's not going to scare her much, but there's a hit. Alright, she's put torpedoes in the water. It's time to behave like we're going to respect those torpedoes. And we popped her a couple of more times. And there they are. She's still got torpedoes to play with. Right, she's escaping nicely. Well, can we, before she puts an irresistible torpedo shot on us, can we put hurt on her with 96 rounds? I don't know why I'm doing this. I'm trying to protect the convoy. Ooh, that was a heck of a hit. And that's what it was going to take the whole time. Was really closing up on them. But I think 20 rounds of ammunition are just not going to get it again. So, we've run in, we've made the final shot, we've left one very wounded light cruiser. I'm calling it a win. I'm calling it a win. She's got 3 rounds left. 1 round left. Yeah, apparently if I had had the guts to charge them earlier, we could have cleaned them out. Oh well, there you go. All right, well, I apologize for the disjointed nature of today's video. It's going to be a lot of work for me to put it together. A lot of family issues I'm dealing with here. Got to take care of family, and it's just the way it breaks. Interesting. I played it very cautiously. You can see what happened when we closed up the range. Those 7-inchers punched their lights out. I think if we had done that early against 4 healthy cruisers, we'd have been torpedoed into oblivion. That probably wasn't a reasonable approach until after it was down to 2, and in this case, really 1.5, because the other cruiser was far behind and wounded. And taking that risk to close up to really just blast her, which I saw an 840 point hit. That's pretty cool. No excuses, just try to explain it. In any case, I had a lot of fun. I hope you enjoyed it. And as always, I'll see you again real soon. Hey, thanks for watching. If you click on that picture of Very Young Waz, you'll be subscribed so you'll never miss another video. Then click on that bell notification button and please share and comment. See you again soon.